So the other day, I stealth dropped a QC trend indicator and it's available for all members of QuantCrawler.com. So let me address two quick things before you're like, oh, great, another indicator. Let me tell you what it is. First, it's free. Get it free for 30 days because you can get a 30-day trial on QuantCrawler. So you can try this out for free. It literally costs you nothing. Now, the second piece is we're going to be honest and realistic with our expectations here. And that goes for you guys too, as well as myself. Is this going to make you a millionaire? Probably not. Is it going to allow you to quit your day job? Also, probably not. But will it help your trading? Absolutely yes. Because I'm going to walk through exactly how I trade it. And the QC trend indicator specifically is the baseline for all of the strategies and all of the indicators for my Python engine. Everything that I have when I start back testing and building starts with this as literally the foundation of everything I build. So when I say this is important to me, this literally is QuantCrawler. This is literally what I build off of. So first, as I mentioned, any member of QuantCrawler gets this, whether it's $9.99 a month or you have one of our higher packages, it doesn't matter. You can even be on a trial. You literally just need to go to quantcrawler.com, register, and then you can go to quantcrawler.com, UC-trend, and you will get put into this page right here. And then right here is where you can enter in your TradingView username. That then sends me an email and I go in on the back end, verify you have an actual membership and you're a registered trialing member or paying member. And then I add you to the private indicator on TradingView. So that's how you would actually get access to be able to add this to your chart. But let me show you on the chart what it actually looks like. So the best thing before I even start explaining how any of this is meant to help your trading, not to do your trading for you. You can use it however you want because that's the beauty of trading. It's completely subjective to how you want to operate. So if you said, hey, when this indicator prints this signal, I'm going to take this signal as truth and I'm going to go. So you could, if we come over here and go to a short, this candle prints and closes and kicks over right here. If you entered your short right here at the bottom, and let's just say you ran well, on this one, you could run a 20-point stop loss. You could then run this all the way down to the very bottom. Chances are you're not going to catch the exact bottom, but if you did, that would be a 250-point bearish trend flip right there. But most likely is how you should use it is like this. You would run it until this red line. Let me move this out of the way. Run it until you get a bearish pill. And then right here, when it flips green, this means the volume and the calculations for this trail are flipping. And you can see shortly after this flipped bullish. So this was correct. And this does not repaint or reprint. So once this starts to show a different color, red or green, you would then be able to know that that's your exit. So like we said, if we run this all the way down to the bottom right here, this would have caught 250 or so points. Chances are you're not catching the exact bottom of this right here. Just realistically, it's not going to happen. You could, but whatever. Is how you should run it is like this. You just run your stop close to where you have the trail line right here, and you leave a little bit of a buffer because as you start to look at how this operates, you can see this breaks through this line and then it starts to flip bullish on a trend a couple bars later. But when it starts to hit this line, a lot of times it rejects off of it. So you want to leave a little bit of a buffer. And the best example is actually right here. You can see we go bearish, it runs down. This is the line just kind of following the volume down with it. And then right here, it actually breaks above the line and then sellers on the next 5-minute candle immediately push it back down. So if you were writing this exact line as your stop loss, you would have been ticked out right here, which means you would have missed this whole entire other leg down. So when I trade it, I leave a little bit of a buffer. I always run on MNQ specifically about 15 points above this line because that's just the risk I'm willing to take. On one contract, that's $30 of additional stop loss above this line. But you can see this line right here is at 3617 and this tapped 3619. So my 10 to 15 point buffer I had survives this whole entire way and I'm in profit at this point if my entry is up here. So this line and calculation gets tapped and then it breaks down below and then it stays underneath this line the whole way. You're running it down, it taps back right here, but you're still running your buffer. You're good. It taps again, still have your buffer. You're still good. And then it runs down until it actually breaks through. So again, recapping, We enter in right here. We have a small 20-point stop. And if we ran this over to where this line right here is at 460 and we have this take profit at 475, there's a 15-point buffer between the line. Right here, we would have had a 170-point move with only a 20-point stop loss in the beginning if you were running it like that. So while we have this set here, I'm just going to leave this because you can see then this immediately goes bullish after the flip. This is like a 30-minute market move. It gets the volume, it confirms that it is flipped. Then right here, it prints bullish. This would have been the same thing. If you entered here and you again, let's just copy it. Say we have a 20-point stop just like over here and we let it run up. If you would have caught the top, chances are you're not catching the top. I'm just being transparent. But if you did, fantastic. That's a 150-point move right there. But again, transparency, let's say we get it to where it breaks below your line now and you have your 10 to 15 points buffer. How I trade it right here, when it flips, it would have flipped over and you would have broke for an 84-point profit from your entry. So you're still in the money. So right here is 84 points. Right here is 170 points if you run the buffer. In this time frame from Thursday night, Asia session at 2015 Eastern Standard Time, this caught a 170-point move. And then over here, an 84-point move. And this is into 6:35 Eastern Standard Time, New York session. So in under 12 hours or so, you have 250 points between these two right here. But sticking with the transparency, let me just remove this. If I go back to my short over here, you can see not all of these are successful. Not all of these have a move like this. This one right here flips bearish. So right here at the end of this candle, you would have went bearish right here. And you can see if you were running a 20-point stop, just like we did on the others, again, transparency, you would have been ticked out 2 bars later. One didn't run down. It did not go bearish and it tapped the line, which you can see it still rejects off this line right here. And then it pulls back down a little. And then you get this big random, classic 8:50 Eastern Standard Time volume candle. But then right here, it goes bullish. So if you would have been looking at the last 4 signals off of this bullish right here, you would have entered on the next candle print. If you were running the 20-point stop, it would have ticked you out. But depending on your risk level and what you're doing, it's completely up to you and how you trade. This right here still is on a 50-point run from the entry, which would be right here. So if you didn't overly aggressively set your stop loss, you would still be in this one here. If you're using it as a quick scalping tool, like it runs great. If not, tick me out at 20 points and let it just stop. You're all good. So this is MNQ, and this is how that runs. I'll just scroll back another day or two just to kind of show you guys this here. This is the bullish flag. This would have been a tough one because this definitely corrected down like a points. You were taking this as an entry, you would have ended up in profit, but you have to be willing to stomach watching this happen before the reversal starts. You can see back into Wednesday, you get the bearish flag right here, which means you would have went in here. It would have ran down a little before it pulled back. It goes bullish, it runs up. So this is meant to be an added confluence. It's not meant to be your Bible of trading where you're like, hey, if this says bullish, it's going bullish. A lot of times it does. When it says bearish, it's going bearish. A lot of times it does, but it's not meant to be the trading Bible. It's meant to help you. So let's switch over and look at MGC just because we want to see if this works on multiple tickers. So I'm not going to map each one of these out, but you can see here in bearish right here, you would have clicked in, you would still be probably running a close to break even right now based on this. This would have been a false. This would have been a fake out. This is the like specs on a holiday. You 850 open volume candle. Just like on MNQ, we love that. This one here would have flipped over. Depending on when you exited, you may have taken a win. Otherwise, you reverted for your loss based on your stop loss. Bullish, this one would have made money. You're on a massive bearish trend from Thursday night at 10:05 Eastern Standard Time, actually yesterday morning, sorry. That runs all the way down, and you can see how it plays with this line. It taps the line, and then it runs back down. Breaks above the line, runs back down. And this line, like I said, it doesn't reprint. So this line, when it goes flat like this, it will never pop itself up. It's red. So it'll never see a red line go like this and then move up and then back down. It'll either stay flat or down. And then when it goes bullish, it will be up or flat. You'll never see green lines go down. You'll never see red lines go up because that doesn't make sense. So this line here is based on EMAs and volume. That's how this is structured and built. So when this is on here and running, you really can use this as a very good baseline for what is price doing. Is it moving down? And you can see again, like I just said, it stays fairly consistent with this line. The line doesn't reprint and it monitors it. We break above right here, and this does happen often. You do need some wiggle room on here, I promise you. Try to just toe this line, you're going to get tapped out a lot more than you would if you give it a little bit of a buffer. But I'm here on gold, for example, you would have entered in right here. You would have had to stomach a little bit of pullback, but we were running this. This is 120 points to the bottom. Not saying you would have caught it. Not like, hey, look how good this is, a 120-point move. I mean, it did, but would you have caught that? Probably not. We're just being honest. But if you did, 118 points is fantastic. Another bullish fake out right here. Unfortunately printed and immediately pulled back into that big bearish trend we just looked at. You can see over here though, it went bullish on Wednesday session 1900 Eastern Standard Time right here would have went bullish and it ran up. This is a 55-point move to peak. And then we had the pre-bearish. This is another bearish one before the one we just looked at right down here. This would have been to its very bottom, roughly 63 points in move. And this would have been through Asia, London. So this right here is 60 points, and this was 50 or so. So that would have been a 110-point move on MGC with just those two signals. Like you see that this is bullish right here, and it's running up. If this flag's bullish and it's running up, why would you be taking shorts in here? That's what I'm saying. If you know the trend is going this way, you see the green line, why would you be trying to like, oh, it's going to time out right here, I'm going to take a short, and then you take a short and you lose. And then, oh, it's got to be right here, you take a short, maybe you get excited here, oh, it's going to run, and then you get this massive candle. It's meant to be an added mental visual for you, and this can just simply be an overlay. You don't even have to use it. You can, but you don't have to use it as your signal is what I mean. Like, doesn't necessarily mean you need to enter. You could do it that way, and we've proven that it works. But if you're manually scalping right here when it's bearish, boom, why would you be taking longs when there's this massive gap between where the EMAs are flowing and where price action actually is? You use this as a rejection line right here, gets close, boom. And then right here, it's enough for buyers to break through and it pulls back. You get what I'm saying. It's not meant to be the Bible, like I said, but it does work, and it works on multiple things. We'll just check XAU USD just so my Forex guys can see that this works the same way on there as well. Just like gold, like you would expect right here, it goes bearish. This is the same thing we just looked at on MGC. It runs down. I'm calling moves on every single sector. So right here, bearish, it runs down. The only one I haven't checked, we're actually going to do it live for the first time right here. So I don't know if this is going to burn me or not, is let's see Bitcoin. Let's see what that does. So yeah, it prints a little bit on crypto. Definitely wouldn't recommend this on crypto because crypto doesn't seem to have a ton of consistency. It's not predictable like other markets are. But if you bullish right here, it runs up, bearish, you're chopping through. Like, the whole thing sucks. Like, this is not a good representation of it, but I could use it if you want to. It just, you guys know me. If you've been here long enough, you're honest about everything. So right here, bearish, you would have caught that. This chop would have sucked. You don't want to be in that. But the last piece I want to show you is your time frames. You can use this on any time frame. I use it on the 5-minute time frame, but John, one of our admins, is crazy and he loves the 30-second time frame. He's just something's wrong with him, but we keep him around because he's all right. But like here, this goes bullish. And if you guys know John, you know awesome. I'm just kidding. Right here, it goes bullish, and you could easily be scalping points on this. He likes the quick movement of it, and every once in a while he'll throw me a screenshot and be like, just caught this on the 30-second time frame. I'm like, of course you did. But this is a 26-point move right here. Over here, bearish, that would have been a miss. But he likes these quick little scalps. Every once in a while, he'll just drop me a screenshot and be like, hey, just made. And you're like, all right, I get it. I know what you're doing. You're on the 30-second time frame. So prefer the 5-minute. What I trade off of. That's what I like. But you can use this on any time frame you want. You could even do it on the 1 hour. If you want to be looking for longer holds, you can do it on the 1 hour. Bearish, bullish. This is an absolutely massive call right here on the 1 hour time frame. If you would have let this bullish signal print and then run here, and that's 1,400 points. And the line holds true. Look at this. It taps below the line, which this would be aggressive because this would have to have a massively large stop loss, more than the 10 to 20 points. You'd be running, well, I guess not too massive, a 70, almost 80-point stop loss. Otherwise, this would have wicked you out. But right here, I mean, this is a massive call on the 1 hour time frame. It caught the peak. I know you probably don't or won't. Most people won't, but this flips bullish and runs almost 1,400 points. It's insane. Back over here, 1 hour time frame, bearish right here, runs down. If you caught the bottom, 1,600 point move. I guess is what I'm saying is this works. You use it on options as well. If you're trading QQQ, if you're trading SPY, has it here. So works on all of this. Here's a bullish call right here. You're doing options. If you're looking at the day, let's do the 1 hour. That's a mistake. But Tuesday, June 9th, bearish right here. 10:10 Eastern Standard runs down. Bullish, you're going up. I mean, your options calls, like look at this massive one right here. It flips bullish on June 11th. At its peak, that would have been a $41 move on QQQ. That would have been massive. That'd be a massive hit. I mean, it would not be doing 0 DTE options, but you can use this in any sector, anything you want. You can use it, and it will help you. Is it make you a millionaire? No. Maybe. I don't know. Depends on your leverage. Is it to get you out of your day job? Also, maybe. Probably not, but also maybe. It depends on how you do it. So, anyways, this is available to any QuantCrawler member, trialing member. It doesn't matter. All you have to do is sign up 30 days free. You can cancel it at any time. It's not anything like that. But QuantCrawler is the platform I built. This is the baseline foundation of all of my indicators, all of my strategies. And this essentially is QuantCrawler, this setup right here. This is the foundation for everything I build when it comes to analysis and analytics, and you can have it.